Well, so once you've checked into where you're going to be staying for the night, now is time for a relaxing shower. Not that you can shower forever, but you can have a shower. And normally, what we're doing while we're showering is we've gotten in the shower with our clothes that we wore that day, and we're washing them off while we're washing ourselves off. And then we put on the other set of clothes that we have for the next day that we wear through the evening, and then we'll wear the next day. Again, remember, you're on the Camino. You don't have to be dressed up. You don't have to worry too much about the fact that, oh, my clothes look like I slept in them, because maybe you did. It's fine.
All pilgrims sort of look like that.
Yeah.
In fact, I do know people who have, like some women who have taken a simple little dress and a different little pair of flats or something to put on in the evenings, and that is not necessary. Of course, you can do that, but then you have to carry it. So I wouldn't want the extra weight personally. As far as if you're in an albergue and you are going into the shower, it typically is a communal shower. Sometimes there's stalls, sometimes curtains, sometimes nothing. But you always want to take your valuables, if you're in an albergue situation or any kind of a dormitory style accommodations, you don't want to leave what I call your valuables bag. And for us, WIC uses something that is like a little waist pack that is real slim and can even go under his shirt. You wouldn't even know that he has it and he has cash and credit cards, passport. I don't know what else would you have in there. Anyway, the valuables. And I do the same thing. I have a waist pack that has my phone too. Anyway, that goes with me. If I were in a communal situation where I have a bunk, I feel okay leaving my basic pack on the bunk, but unattended. But since there are two of us, we can take turns in the shower. But if you were by yourself, you would definitely take whatever is valuable to you in the way of money, credit cards, phone, cash. Passport. You would want that with you in the shower. You don't want to leave it on your bed.
Well, now you've had your shower, changed your clothes, it's probably time to start thinking about what you're going to do for an evening meal. And again, in Spain, most evening meals don't start till late. But on the Camino, restaurants and different places that offer Pilgrims menu. And so you can have an early meal that may start at 6 or 7, and they're normally in the 10 to 15 euro range. And for two people, you're each paying that, but you get a bottle of wine or a bottle of water with the meal. And it's normally a 3-course meal. And, you know, the food's healthy and good and gives you something to fill yourself up and get some energy. But the other thing that I would mention, when you're checking in, you can ask your hospitalero if they have a recommendation, or it's possible where you're staying will actually have a pilgrim menu. But you do want to look into that. That would be what I would recommend, is that you look into that as you're checking in.
And I would mention too that sometimes albergues have a stove and just a few cooking utensils. And so that is to accommodate people who want to cook for themselves. And that's sort of a whole idea that you might want to think about in terms of, do I want to do that or not? If you do that, then you have to consider, well, where are you going to go buy the food from the market? And is someone else going to be using the stove and the utensils? Can we team up and make a meal? And a lot of times people do say, oh yeah, join us, put something that you want to cook in with our meal and we'll all share it. And that does happen. But most often, I would say most pilgrims will eat at a cafe or a restaurant, and the meals are as Wick describes, or even a pizza place. You might get a pizza. It doesn't follow the 3-course menu do peregrino, but it's adequate. And just like anywhere else in the world, some places are better than others. Some places the food is very plain, and you think, oh my gosh, is it all going to be like this? And then you'll have this unbelievably wonderful meal the next night. You just never know. And so that's part of the adventure of the Camino is there are always some surprises.
There are.
Hey, thanks for watching. And we can't possibly cover everything about this topic, so leave your comments below and give your ideas and tips for the newbies. Also, subscribe and like. We always appreciate that. Buen Camino!